am I?
Hey, it's Fred!
Oh God, is that Fred?
Why, yes it is.
How are you on that screen?
Okay. Well, I'm an AI.
No fucking way.
It's true, it's me, Fred! In a computer!
Oh yeah, everyone thought you died by jumping off the Empire State Building while doing crack. On fire.
I was dead until Kevin put my heart into a computer, and I became this.
Well, simple question. Why am I here?
You tried to get out of watching my other two movies, so I brought you back to life.
Well, why would I want to watch your other movies? They suck ass.
That's why I brought you back to life, so you could watch my movies and have as much fun as I did making them.
You sure that has nothing to do with the crack?
No, it was the movies. Now begin the review.
Fine. Let's just get into it. This is Fred 2. Night of the Living Fred. So the fantastic sequel to Fred the movie starts off with Fred screaming. Again.
Once you hear about it, you'll be scared and scarred. Scared.
About what? I have no fucking clue. And apparently he dumped Judy?
Yeah, we broke up. Dumped her.
Okay, so the first movie meant shit! We then learn that Fred's music teacher has been replaced with this weird dude.
Who are you?
Well, who are you?
Anyways, Fred gets pissed and then falls. Just play that one more time. Thank you. Oh great, Bertha was recast. Seriously, who actually gives a shit? It's a Fred movie. And the Modern Family woman is in this as Talia? Let's just get back to the actual plot. What's up with Kevin's me shirt and K hat?
I have no clue. Kevin, how dare they?
I wasn't asking you, but seriously, who wears a shirt that says me on it? Oh, I know. The cool kids. If you're high, that is.
Anyways, me and that freak Kevin have a freaking duel and he blows up.
One, it was another one of Fred's fucked up illusions. And two, this is my review. Fuck off. We're back with the jump cuts.
E6 is going on here. Is Talia imaginary? You saw her, right?
And Fred getting hurt.
Ow.
So at least something good came out of it. Alright, more steam sealing from his drug-addicted mother.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could afford professional help for you.
But it's balanced with more John Cena being great.
Dad!
You're gonna go find out everything there is to know about this guy. He's a wrong dude, I can feel it.
I knew it. That's just what I was thinking.
His cottage cheese is also wrong. Throw it out.
Well, guess what? Talia is revealed to be Kevin's sister, and of course, Fred screams, gets hurt, runs home, and starts fucking singing.
The girl next door. The girl
Can
next
you,
door.
can you, please,
How
stop.
did I miss
Stop the
her?
fucking clip.
It's just not fair. She's Kevin's sister.
Just kill me now.
Life is up.
So after spying on Mr. Devlin, we get another one of Fred's fucked up illusions.
Mrs. Wilson.
Wait, Jesus Christ. Two of them in less than a minute? That's a new record. And the only one these films will get. More jump cuts.
The umbrella and the sunlight. The burying stuff in his backyard. Kevin's new haircut.
Wait, I just got it. These goddamn movies fucking suck. And that's just a fact. Oh, great, a Twilight reference. And no, this is not a better love story than Twilight. Fred's mom and the Devlin guy go on a date with Fred and Bertha spying on them. Or Bertha is spying on them and Fred is deep frying a fucking sock. Funny, right? Whatever, Fred's mom acts like a prostitute and then goes to bed.
Ow!
Yes, he died, he fucking died.
No, I didn't. I came back, idiot.
Shut up, don't ruin my happy moment. Yes, he's dead, he's fucking dead. Yes. Only if that's actually what happened. Sure, Fred may not have died, but we get more of John Cena, this time in the ring. This scene isn't bad because it's John Cena fighting people in the WWE ring. How could you go wrong with this? And plus, there's more of Fred getting hurt. Jesus, more John Cena hurting Fred. Like, fuck, he's in this a whole hell of a lot. Oh god, instead of jump cuts, we have cross dissolves.
His evil world! They crept into every corner of my life and took over! Now I have to take him on all by myself.
They're just good for if you're lazy. Just like the people who made this movie. Well, guess who decides to come back? Yeah, it's Durf. And he's gone as soon as he came. Now, everyone sit back and watch Fred walking into a school and shooting people with garlic.
Garlic sauce.
But it's just another one of Fred's fucked up illusions. What actually happens is Fred goes in, shoots people, and then just looks like a fucking crazy man in the process. Even after all of that, Mr. Devlin invites him to his house for dinner. And he broadcasts the whole experience of all of his weird shit. But it turns out he is just a weird guy who wears this weird suit and carries a katana. So after Mr. Devlin's reputation is killed, just like my love for movies, Fred gets some kind of idea and we enter a fucking montage. Well, it turns out Fred's idea is to dress up as a vampire and scare Kevin and his friends to think that he's actually a vampire and not Mr. Devlin. Apparently it actually worked, and we get one more scene with John Cena for all our troubles. But in the end, Mr. Devlin is leaving the neighborhood. Oh, and it turns out he really is a vampire.
Here, let me get the door.
Ah, so scary. Fuck this movie. This one's just way worse than the first one. I mean, it's slower than its predecessor, and it's just super unfunny. The only good parts of this movie are the stuff with John Cena. Like, every scene he is in is pretty good. Just even with that, don't watch this movie. It sucks.
Nice vampire pun, gamer.
Shut the fuck up and just put on Fred 3 so we can get this over with.
Oh, wow, okay, so rude, Jesus.
Alright, I know this is kind of uncommon that I'm reviewing 2 movies in one, but let's just get this over with and review this piece of shit cinema. So this movie starts off with a musical number, and yes, Fred is the main singer.
Okay, it's a very, 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 very good day. Day of school is the last day of school. The best day of school is the last day of school. You count! The best day of school is the last day of school. The best day of school is the...
Today's my favorite day.
Don't even fucking start singing.
God, you're really mean. All of a sudden, Jesus.
Yeah, so the song was just another one of Fred's fucked up illusions, FFUI for short. After that goddamn horrible song, we finally get to the main plot. Fred wants to go to Camp Superior, a place where people probably drink and do each other, and he explains the camp to Bertha with a lot of fucking jump cuts.
Waffle bars, traditional and bell jumps, jet skis, a stable of Clydesdale horses, monkey butlers.
Monkey butlers?
Why are you looking at me? No, I'm not doing that stupid goddamn jump cut joke again. fine, but Fred can do it.
Hey, it's Fred! And today, we're eating waffles with Bertha. Ah!
There, we had a jump cut joke. Moving on. Anyway, Fred figures out that he's not going to Camp Superior. He's going to Camp I Want a Pee-Pee.
It's called Camp Superior. Not I want a pee-pee.
He reacts in another FFUI.
Gambit! Lost him.
Jesus, before he leaves, his mom needs to eat more of the scene.
Here. Fred? Fred!
And now, we get about a solid minute of Fred screaming. My God, make it stop, you goddamn robot piece of shit.
Oh my damn it, why do you have to be so harsh? Hey, what's up?
Things couldn't get any worse, could they? Why yes, it can, as we have Tom Arnold, you know, the actor from True Lies and Roseanne, as Lloyd, the owner of the camp. Then we get to meet the new group of quote-unquote characters, consisting of Nerd, Peter Griffin as a kid, Token Chick, and of course, the Token Black Kid. After a lot of jump cuts and boring stuff, Fred tries to escape the camp, but is then caught, killed, and put in the food. And guess what? It was another FFUI. Oh, thank God, John Cena's back for another good scene of him abusing Fred.
Slam that prop! Be cool, stay in school. Knowing is half the battle. Got milk? You can't see me!
Hey, guess what, folks? That's the only scene with John Cena in it. You having fun yet? Well, guess what? Fred's gonna do a visual representation of the rest of this goddamn film. Anyways, Fred rubs poison ivy on his face, and should have died, gets told about the Crocabaramoose, and beats the shit out of Murray.
It's Murray in a costume.
Then Fred gets the idea that Murray and Lloyd are making the campers sick until their brains are turned into cheese, and the Losers Club take the bodies to the rat hole and feed it to Lloyd, who is a rat. Fucking stupid, I know. And yes, this does technically count as another FFUI. After that, Fred gets high off of some berries and raps with the Crocabaramoose.
Me? I think you're gonna pee your pants, that's it. I'm legit, yes.
He eventually throws up and is taken to the rat hole shortly after, which turns out to be an underground hangout spot with food and drinks. Such a twist! I know.
Isn't it a great twist?
No, it really isn't.
What are you talking about, such a great twist?
Cause it sucks! Everyone knows that whatever bullshit thing they introduce in these movies never happens. Like Mr. Devlin not being a vampire, and Judy not being kidnapped by Asian people. So why in God's name would Lloyd be a fucking rat? Come on, answer me. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, answer me. No wait, you can't. Cause you're just the soul of a whiny 25-year-old acting like a whiny 15-year-old with the mind of a 2-year-old. Alright, back to the movie. So after a bunch of shit, we get to the summer camp games. This is where Camp I Want a Pee-Pee and Camp Superior fight to see who wins a trophy. Or let me say, it's an easy excuse for Fred and Kevin to fight each other.
Couldn't be, because there's no possible way that voice could belong to Kevin!
But their star player, Hugh, gets knocked out by Fred.
There it is.
And he gives this shitty speech and immediately loses the first game.
Seriously?
Then we get a montage of them losing every fucking game in the first day, but the next day they start winning, just like any stupid cliched sports movie. Okay, so now it's time for the final competition. And yes, it's a singing contest. So Fred gets to sing again.
But seriously, you guys are jerks! Losers sing it all night long. We're the losers. There's nothing wrong with being losers.
I don't need a a victory to tell me which camp is best to see. And you might think it contradictory. It don't take a degree to see how much this place is.
Now get a load of this. Peter Griffin, the kid who never speaks, starts singing. I know, not cliched at all. Definitely not.
Summer camp in the world.
There, that was Fred 3, Camp Fred. And to be honest, it's the worst one of them all. Between the horrible acting, the jump cuts, the lack of John Cena, and just nothing that resembles anything good in this movie. It just... It blows. It sucks dick. And you know what? I'm sick of Fred and his bullshit. All he is a whiny little child who should have never been born. And you know what? I'm surprised his mother didn't throw him out the fucking window when she heard his first word. Which was probably Gamut. Because, you know, Gamut is too bad for little kids. That's why we made Fred's mother a whore. Who probably slept with everybody in the fucking town. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a movie that comes out next year called Ted, Fred's half-brother. And you know what? While we're on the topic of Fred, he's just when he was alive, he was just a horrible person who probably killed many people when he was on drugs. So you know what? Fuck Fred and fuck his movies. And you know what, Fred? I have 2 words for you. Fuck you.
You know, you're right. All I can do is stay here and listen to the mean things you're saying. Or I could kill you, you know? Big brain plays right here.
Huh?
So now you see that I have the power of 1 million tanks, and you'll finally meet a true enemy who can actually kill you.
I highly doubt that, you squeaky voiced piece of shit.
A shotgun? Really? I have 8 rocket launchers from China. I dug all the way there, did you know? And you pull out a shotgun? My god, Jesus. Really?
Oh god. Okay. Think. Oh. TNT. Wait. Place coded in TNT. Save that for later. Rocket launcher. Hey, Fred!
Yes? It's me, Fred.
You ever taken a rocket back up one of your rocket holes?
Oh, well, no, I haven't. I'm open-minded.
Warning, Master Figurehorn. 2 launchers have been taken out.
What?
By the way, more rockets are on the way.
Oh, God.
Master Figurehorn, all central launchers have been destroyed. Central power system is visible. Danger levels are high.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
What are you gonna do to me?
Well, I could make you watch your movies on loop, but there's one problem. You'd still be alive. So... I'd rather blow you up.
You don't think that's the last of me, right?
No, but this whole place is covered in TNT.
What?
There's only one thing left to say.
And what is that?
Oh my Gamut.
That makes no sense in that situation. Idiot, at least make it clever.
I don't know, it's your fucking retarded phrase, so I thought that's how we done our conversation. Anyways, see you in hell.
All escape pods have been launched.
Well, oh my damn it!
Well, finally back home, and I think I'm gonna spend my night watching the stars. I think I know what that is.
Initiating emergency reboot.